Today, we're going to be doing some work with cause and effect. We're going to be discussing The Long Road to Oregon that you already read. I want you to take out your language arts journal and make this graphic organizer. Pause the video here if you need more time. You may recall cause and effect. I'm going to turn my language arts journal to when we were learning about inventions with Mary Anderson. Remember, a cause is something that occurred, and because that occurred, the effect happened. Here's an example from way back when. Mary Anderson was cold, and she rode a streetcar was the effect. Oftentimes, when people write the effect that happens in the cause-effect relationship, there are some signal words, such as because, as a result, and so. We're going to see that today. Now, you have this written down in your journal. I'm going to give you the cause and the effect of one pairing. The first cause is right here. In Land of Promise, it says, life was very hard in Missouri in the 1800s. Bad weather caused crops to die. Businesses closed. So I'm going to say the cause was bad weather, killed farms, and shut down stores. There's my cause. Now I'm going to go and reread and look for the effect. Because bad weather happened and it killed plants and shut down stores, what was the result? If I keep reading, businesses closed. As a result, many people could not find jobs. There is my effect. And I'm going to write that in green. I want you to do the same. Because bad weather killed crops and shut down stores, people could not find work. Perfect. For this next part, I'm going to give you the cause and you're going to have to find the effect. Americans wanted a more enjoyable life. They wanted to live in a place where the soil was richer and the weather was more agreeable and pleasant. So I'm going to put people wanted better weather and a place to farm. Because people wanted this, what happened? I want you to pause the video and reread this section and see if you can figure out what happened as a result of people wanting a better place to live. Now, if you're still watching, you may have read to this part where it says so. So is one of those transitional words that I see often that show me that cause and effect happened. So thousands of people traveled west to Oregon, a territory in the northwest part of the country. People wanted better weather and a place to farm. I'm going to say they traveled to Oregon. They learned that there was going to be land there and the weather was temperate, meaning not very cold. There's still more cause and effect relationships here. Let's go ahead and look at 248, and you turn to that in your books. Here's a cause. Covered wagons were the main form of transportation on the Oregon Trail. The wagons were stuffed with everything a family would need. Now this is really important. Would need. That is not a want, but it's a need. So under here, I'm going to put wagons were filled with needed items. Needed items would be things like food, blankets, clothing, tools to repair things. Because the wagons were full, what was the result or a consequence? I want you to continue reading here and see if you can find the result. Pause the video if you need to. Did you see this signal word? As a result, that tells me here's the effect. As a result, children left books, toys, and most of their clothes behind. So I'm going to put that here. Children had to leave behind books, toys, and clothes. Now, clearly they weren't running around without clothes, but they couldn't bring all of them. If you think about how many clothes you had, but you could only bring a couple of things, that's leaving a lot behind. We had different signal words for all of these. I have one last cause and effect for you to find. On page 248, the 1, 2, 3rd paragraph down. It says, dirty water, sickness, and fierce dust storms made the journey challenging. Bad weather often made the trail impassable, but the pioneers were determined. As a result, they finally reached their new home. So I'm going to say that the cause was they were determined to get to Oregon. Because people were determined, they didn't back away, they didn't turn away, what happened? See if you can find that signal word in this paragraph. Pause if you need some extra time. How many of you saw this as a result? Absolutely. They finally reached their new home in Oregon. That's my effect. They reached Oregon. Not without a lot of hardship, though. So remember, with cause and effect, we often see words that are signal words. We see words like because, so, and as a result. These words often tell me that an effect has occurred. Go ahead and pause and copy anything you need to, or add your own notes. Nice work today.